Hey everybody, my name is Taylor W. and I am taking this ethics class with you. Part of our assignment is to create a video with appropriate attire. My house is too messy right now given the quarantine, so me in a sweater is appropriate attire enough given the circumstances. Um, my scenario is I am making rounds with my partner who gets into a dispute with the inmate. Him and my partner are both yelling at each other using profanity, and my partner decides to write a misconduct report for the inmate, pretty much just saying that the inmate was the only one that was in the wrong. At the hearing, both sides require me as a witness, and I can choose to lie or corroborate my partner's story. Both are the same thing. I can tell the truth, though, which is being a voice for the inmate who doesn't actually have one right now. I'm asked to give my account of the incidents, and do I tell the truth and admit that both parties are equally responsible, or do I corroborate my partner's story? Here is the ethical dilemma and the process that kind of I took when making this decision. Um, Sometimes we struggle as adults, as humans, as criminal justice professionals, whether, what's the right thing to do? What to do when the right thing and the wrong thing or the hard thing are all similar? How do we act as criminal justice professionals when there is no really clear-cut answer? For me, honesty is the best policy, and to know good is to do good. And I quoted Socrates in my paper, so check that out. And ethics is all about your morals and your belief systems and who you are as a person. And for me, honesty is the best policy. I wouldn't lie. I would have to, go before them and tell them that both parties were equally responsible. And it wasn't just the inmate's fault. Inmates already have limited freedoms, and it's not our job to limit them even more. If anything, it's our voice to be a voice for them because they really don't have one of their own, given these certain situations and circumstances that we are potentially put in. I know a lot of the time corrections officers think that it's their job to uphold the law by whatever means necessary, whether that's with the use of force, anger, violence, but it's really not. We should hold ourselves to a higher conduct and higher standard, and sometimes that's not always brought forth. When going through this assignment, I like to think about the Serpico and the readings that I've done in his novels so far. Um, does one bad apple spoil the whole bunch? And my answer is no. Given my circumstance and my scenario that I chose to talk about during this assignment, um, clearly my partner is the bad apple in this situation, and just because he's the bad apple doesn't mean that I have to be, which means that I don't spoil the whole bunch. But how do we know that there's not other criminal justice professionals in my department that aren't facing the same situation? Um, how many people choose to lie on these misconduct reports, and other criminal justice professionals don't choose to respond correctly and appropriately? I could be the first one to stand up and make a good choice for the rest of you know, everybody else in my department. I could be the voice for people. My duty as a corrections officer is to serve and protect. As a criminal justice professional, my duty is to serve and protect. As a mother, my duty is to serve and protect. Um, with that being said, it's hard for me to actually talk about what to do in this situation because I could either tell the truth and have all of my associates, partners, and fellow criminal justice professionals in my department hate me. I could be a narc, and that's one of the core ethics of a corrections facility um, person is don't knock on your fellow corrections officers. And that's exactly what I'd be doing. I would be telling the truth. I would be saying, hey, yeah, he lied on this, and this could potentially get him into trouble. That's the last thing that I want to do. But at the same time, these prisoners already have limited freedoms, and it's not fair to them that these freedoms are something that criminal justice professionals or correctional officers think that it's something they can take over and take control of because their voice doesn't count. Everyone's voice matters. Everyone's voice counts. And whether you're a police officer or a corrections officer or lieutenant or a warden, I believe that these basic freedoms and laws we should abide by, whether you're starting at the top or starting at the bottom, are all something that we should abide by. I know it can be difficult, and I know there's a lot of consequences that you can be. If I choose to lie, I could have the prisoners on my back thinking that, I'm a bad person and I would have a target on my back. If I tell the truth, I will lose respect. Um, it's not an easy task. It's not something that should be taken lightly. But all in all, I believe that with everything I've learned in this class, my morals as a person, my beliefs as a person, my values as a person, I would tell the truth. Despite what negative consequences that would have for me, I would have to remain impartial. Giving my statement, remain impartial. Don't let your bias take control of you and your personal beliefs overcome you. My job as a professional is to take myself out of the equation and provide the best possible response for anybody involved. And whether that person is my child, whether that person is my friend, or an inmate, or a complete stranger, taking yourself out of the equation, remaining impartial, and doing the best thing that you know is the best thing to do. It's just the best thing to do. Um, I hope you all enjoyed my presentation. Thank you and happy quarantine.